We have been showing you the destruction and the devastation in Joplin following the tornado last night, as well as sharing some heartbreaking stories. And this morning, we have one of those stories to share with you.
Yeah, there are stories of survival coming out of this storm. Sharon Franklin lives just outside of Joplin. She works at St. John's Hospital. That was the hospital that was destroyed. She was there as the twister hit and managed to get 30 people to safety. Sharon now joins us live on the phone. So Sharon, just walk us through those moments as the tornado was approaching and eventually hit.
Yes, good morning. We were on the 5th floor, and we had all our 30 patients. There were 7 staff there, and we had the 30 patients in our dining area. I work on the psychiatric unit, and when we knew there was a warning, but you just never expect it to happen. And we looked up and we saw the doors on either end just splinter and break in two and blow into the hallways, and we all got under the tables, and it seemed like it lasted forever. It was loud. We were all praying and crying. And then when the sound finally stopped, everything was black, and the ceiling was falling in, and there was rain inside the hospital, and it was just mass chaos where we were. We took roll. We made sure all patients were there, and then we tried to look for a way out. We realized nobody was coming in to get us. So we looked, and our doors are shut. They're magnetic, and they're held by electricity, and we could not get out any of the doors to the unit. So we found the inside staircase, and it took probably 30, 40 minutes to get organized and to get the patients to try to get them down the staircase. We went down 4 flights, and it looked like a movie. When you see the disaster movies, we were walking over mattresses and pillows and wires and ceiling, and our ceilings were leaking and falling in on us, and so it was pitch black. We had 2 flashlights from our unit and 2 cell phones. We used those for light to get down the steps. We had a man on oxygen,
wow,
and I was kind of holding him up, and we had another patient that was just so terrified. He was just screaming and yelling and hitting walls. So this was not an easy descent. We finally got everybody down to the 2nd floor, and we had to go out on the roof and then go through some tiny spots and through a lot of glass to get to a staircase that now was on the outside of the hospital. And we got everybody down there. And we were in front of the hospital. It was just total destruction. The emergency room was gone. The cancer center was gone. The roof was gone. Every window was blown out. And there were people just milling around in shock, not knowing what to do. So, and then we were out of the hospital about 30 minutes trying to get organized, and they started yelling, gas leaks, run, get away, get away. So we had about 5 patients with us, and another nurse and I. We went across the street, and where there used to be a drugstore and a convenience store, totally gone, absolutely gone. Everything was gone. And we went about a mile up the street to a church where they were supposed to have, they did have a shelter, but the church was mostly blown away too. But there was not a structure left.
It's amazing to hear these reports. Sharon Franklin, again, she worked at St. John's Hospital. The hospital was destroyed. She helped get patients to safety. We're going to continue to hear those stories. We want to thank Sharon for joining us, and we're certainly glad that she's okay. Our thoughts and prayers go to the families suffering this morning.